Every single day we live in two types of loops. We got automatic loops, things like eating, sleeping, brushing your teeth, going to work. These loops keep you alive. Then we got negative loops, the habits, the mindset, the circle that keeps you stuck in the same place. In this video, I'm gonna break down 10 common negative loops people get trapped in, how to recognize it, and the first steps to breaking free. I also got a free guide for y'all, but you gotta watch the end of this video for you to be able to get it. This is gonna be able to help you break any loop in like 5 days. So I got you. Loop number 1, procrastination. Procrastination is the sneakiest loop everybody really do go through. Like, if you look at it, everybody at some point in life, once you break out of procrastination, you realize like, dang, I really procrastinated for real. If you look back on it, you know? But procrastination is really sneaky, and it can really get you in a place where everything is delayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I do that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes. You're going to do it next week. If next week comes, you'll do it next month, next year. You know what I'm saying? So procrastination is really sneaky, and it could really like stop a lot of things. So procrastination, let's try to break out. Junk food and emotional eating. I know junk food and emotional eating was a big part for me. I used to eat all types of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? You eat when you're happy. You eat when you're sad. You eat when celebration time. We eat on Thanksgiving. We eat at Christmas, birthday parties. Eating is definitely an emotional thing, right? Skipping exercise. Now, I'm not saying, yo, you should work out every day. You should be in the gym for 2 hours a day. No, that's not what I'm saying. And exercising don't necessarily mean that you gotta go to the gym. Listen, I got a gym membership, and I have not stepped into the gym in like 3 weeks, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't stepped in the gym for 3 weeks. But what I do is I walk, I make sure I eat a little bit better. I do got weights, I lift a little weights, and I do this over time, and I'm not draining myself, and I'm still eating healthy. I still feel good, and that's overall what it matters is if you feel good. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. It only matters about what you think, and that's my goal. My goal is to change your mindset for you to be able to appreciate you and don't care about nobody else. But in order for us to do that, we got to change these habits. Negative self-talk. Oh my God. When you talking to yourself and you sitting there and you saying negative stuff about yourself, or you saying, oh, nah, I can't do that, I can't do this. You really putting that in your mind, and you saying that to yourself is causing you not to be able to do the thing that you could actually do. Negative self-talk is something that everybody really need to get rid of. Like, if you talking negative about you, you're done. For all that, you might as well let people talk mess about you. Why would you get upset? You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing it to yourself. So let's start being a little bit more aware and more positive conversations when we're talking to ourselves. Because I talk to myself, I tell you that. Always positive. Toxic relationships. Being around people who drains your energy is another loop. You telling yourself, cut ties, but you stay out of habit or fear. The loop is bad energy. Breaking this loop means setting boundaries and choosing relationships that lift you up. Living paycheck to paycheck. You living paycheck to paycheck right now, and you like, damn, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. What I could tell you right now, very quickly, is that what you need to do is you need to sit down and say, what is it that I'm spending my money on that's bullshit? All that money that you spending on that was bullshit, look at how many times that you spent that money on that bullshit. Use that money instead of buying that. Take that money and put it in the savings. If you put $20 a day, $10 a day, $5, it doesn't matter. Put it in the savings. Don't touch it. I'm not telling you you're not going to be living paycheck to paycheck for a little bit. Yes, you will. But the goal is to try to save money. As you save money, and I'm telling you this because it happened to me when I started doing it. When you don't save money and you never really save money, You don't know how to save money. But when you start learning how to save money and you start saving money, you start seeing that money grow over time, it get kind of addictive. And you like, I want to see more in my account. And in return, you seeing that and it's making you want to have more, it's making you want to make more. It's making you want to put more in it. So in order to get out of living paycheck to paycheck, I'm not saying today you're going to get out of living paycheck to paycheck, but over time, if you like save a little bit, cut out certain stuff that you really don't need. Cigarettes, you don't need cigarettes. Nobody needs to drink liquor. Nobody needs to go out and party. You don't need to do none of that stuff. So change it. Save your money. Over time, it'll get better, I promise you. Endless scrolling. I had to check myself on this one because I was on my phone for at least 2 hours. I'm on Instagram and I see that I'm looking and it tells you like how long have you been using like the hours or by day, stuff like that. And it was like, damn, like 4 hours. And I'm like, 4 hours? That's crazy. 4 hours is a long time, right? But in your mind, while you scrolling, because mind you, this, a lot of these videos is like 60 seconds, 1 minute, and you just you just going. By that time, you haven't seen 100 videos. I'm just saying, you haven't seen 100 videos and you just scrolling. With those 4 hours that you did, you could have used that 4 hours or 2 hours. You could have did it just like this. Well, I could have, which I am doing now. I could have used, all right, if I'm still going to do 2 hours of scrolling, it is what it is. 2 hours of scrolling, 2 hours I'm using to like study, make myself better, learn more about finances, just learn, you know what I'm saying? Learning something and trying to use that for something else. The other 2 hours I'm scrolling, but over time, all of these things is like over time, eventually you're going to get over it, right? If you put the effort in wanting to do it. So over time, I'm going to cut those scrolling times down. Do I still want to scroll? Yes. But should I be scrolling for 4 hours? Should I be scrolling for 2 hours? Probably not. That's a lot of time to be scrolling. You know what I'm saying? Not setting goals. Bro, let me explain something. When I started setting goals, right, I really started accomplishing the things that I wanted to do, right? I have a lot of things that I do, right? Not only that I do YouTube, I also work. I'm also a day trader. I'm also a father. I do a lot of other stuff, right? I got like a long list of stuff that I do. But when I started like planning out what I was going to do for the day, it really worked. Like in my calendar, every week by week, I put out what I'm going to do for the week. Let me see. It's my week. It's the week right here. Yeah, I probably can't see it because it's blurred out. So this week is that. So I set my calendar all the time from Monday to Sunday. So on Sunday, every Sunday, I sit down, I plan out my week, I figure out what I'm going to do, if I'm shooting content on this day, if I'm working on this day, if I'm doing this, if I got appointments, if my kids got appointments, I put all that in my calendar. I even changed the name. I put when I'm day trading, so I know my trading hours. I do all types of stuff. So setting goals, you're able to accomplish those things better than if you just have it all up here. So if you go to work, you got kids, you got to cook, you got an appointment, you got to, and I'm just talking about like everyday little stuff. I might be doing like stuff that other people might not be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a content creator, so I do completely different stuff. I'm also a day trader, so I'm doing completely different type of stuff than everybody else. So my schedule gonna look different than your schedule. Quitting too early. Many people start strong, but stop early because it's tough. The problem is with this, you never build consistency. Breaking this loop means learning to push through discomfort and stay consistent. That's all you got to do. Stop saying to yourself, oh, this is too hard, and you gonna quit. Blaming instead of taking responsibility. When you say it's their fault or Life isn't fair. You giving away your power. This loop is blaming instead of growing. More blaming. You just blaming people for whatever instead of taking responsibility. But if you tell yourself, what could I do different? That would shift everything. Just do that one time. One time when you feel like you want to say, it's not my fault. Think about it. Just say, okay, it might have not been my fault, but if it was my fault, let's say, what I could have did better? What I could have did better? And just keep doing that. And then slowly you're going to be like, oh, okay, so let me do this. Not saying that you're going to shape or to anybody move. No, that's not what you're doing. You're not just going by whatever everybody else feel. No, what I'm saying is that you're not going to sit there and be blaming people for stuff that you could have been doing wrong. And in order for you to know if you did something wrong, you got to really reflect on yourself and say, okay, what could I have done better? What I could have done? So how do we break free from loops? It starts with awareness. You can't change what you don't realize. You can't change what you don't notice. Then it takes one small decision. Not 10, not 20, just one. Set a timer for 10 minutes and just start. But here's some things most people don't realize. It's not about removing a bad loop. It's about replacing it with a new one. Let me give you some examples. If you scrolling on your phone, remember I told you earlier, scrolling on the phone. If you scrolling on the phone, what are you doing to replace that? If you eating junk food, what are you doing to replace that? If you hanging with negative people, what are you doing to replace that? These are things I don't have to even give you an answer for. Y'all can give me that in the comments down below. Also, what I got in the comments down below is my 5-day free guide to help you break a loop in 5 days, right? Now, when I say 5 days, right, because I feel like in 5 days, what this guide is going to do is going to give you the pathway to actually break that loop. After the 5 days, it's up to you now.